There we go. They can hear me now. A little
Is it
high, but
working?
alrighty. Welcome to the channel. My name is Shane Kirby. Peeking out real loud. Jeez. Welcome to the channel. My name is Shane Kirby. This is Play Fourth. Today we're playing our second episode of Vurt. Gutter Dreams is our setting, or our campaign specifically. We got a full crew of people here today, as opposed to last session. We were short a pure dog, so almost said short a man, and I was like, that's not accurate. Uh, so yeah, we're kicking things off. So I'm gonna let the players go around and introduce themselves and tell a little bit about their character. Let's make sure audio's doing good before I do that, because that was a huge waste of 5 minutes last time. Looks like everything's squared away. I'm going to throw it to Jeremy. You're in the top left. Why don't you start us off, man? Tell us who your character is and your life story and your dreams and hopes and whatever. Go ahead. You're muted.
Try that again. Okay,
You
so
pulled a me last session.
Exactly. I'm the one who's going to keep muting his mic because there's a angry cat behind me. Anyway, I'm playing Even One, who's the RoboVert, who's only recently become part Vert, and because of that, I have a very limited lifespan. So I'm trying to figure out how to extend that lifespan is my life goal. But he likes blurb flies, which are kind of like advertising drones, and he's a math magician, so he's incredibly smart, so much so that he does like pseudo magic stuff.
Right on, right on. So we will pop down to DJ Weaver. Eddie, just tell us a little bit about your character, man.
Hi, I'm Eddie. My character's name is DJ Weaver. He is a speaker who works the room. He's also a Birdman, more bird than man, and he loves music. And he's working on some plans to innovate music as they know it up in Manc. Uh, and yeah, and he's a he's a loving guy, but when it comes down to getting dirty and doing what needs to be done, he's up for that too.
Yeah, we saw that firsthand last game, right? I mean, they were willing to break the law to help Parker. He's lifted him up, in bad times. But I'll go next to Stray. Jeff, why don't you tell us who your character is?
Well, my character is a German Shepherd that used to be a police dog and then got hit by a car and doesn't remember what happened much before that. But he's good natured, watches out for anybody that's been good to him, and his life goals are to eat, sleep, and you know what dogs usually like to do.
Chase their tails, wallow in shit, that kind of stuff. Yeah, dog things. Yeah. Which, by the way, Jeff, I would love it if you fully embraced dog things. That'd be so awesome. So, but okay. Well, now I'll swing to Sean, who's playing. Well, I'll let you tell you. Let you tell them what you're playing. Go ahead.
So I am playing Max Hack Martin. He is a Roboman Vurt explorer who basically I take care of all the team or groups hacking electronic technology needs.
Very cool. Very cool.
What I'm
Yeah, very cool. And we'll discuss that actually more too once the game begins about your hacking and stuff. But so I'm going to get to a brief overview of what's happened in the previous episode. Okay, so and Jeff he's just now joining us, so I'm going to be filling in also for him. So the last game, the characters began, all of them, each in their own separate places in Trafford. This is the region where everyone lives at the moment. And thank you so much, Monty Cook Games, for the host. That's awesome, good stuff. And so and so and the characters were in Old Trafford in their various places, their tenements, and actually I think everybody was kind of close to Parker, but and so I believe Sean opened up the story by overseeing Parker in a disgruntled, almost violent, vitriolic encounter with one of the Purgers, a group of purist human gang in Old Trafford, and so but it de-escalated not long after it started, or at least to your expectation, and so you come forward and Weaver and even one were already there at Parker's. Even one was getting checked out with Galani, more trying to figure out and learn more about his infection, his Vurt infection, or at least as he sees it, as a infection. And she tells him that he's becoming more and more Vurt. Eventually, it's going to come at odds with his robot nature, and autogen nature, and he will cease to be on this world. But until then, happy days, right? Anyways, and Weaver was with Parker's other young boys and young girls and other young folk of all kinds that Parker kind of takes in. You know, he takes in people that are down and outs and outcasts and who are kind of pushed out from normal society, usually because they're mixed mode types, Verts and I know you don't see Honey Cook Games much on Twitch, and we're trying to hope to fix that, my friend. And so you've been there with Parker. Weaver has for a while there. He kind of grew up as your surrogate father, and you had a lot in common with these youth that he's with, and so but Parker has always done that. He's always had a kind heart. He's a senior citizen, ebony skinned man, a bit on the thin side, and but he's been a staple of Trafford for a long time, and he's had an agreement with the Purist Mode gang to kind of keep peace. But now that peace is dwindling, and after a while, you quickly learned why that peace is failing. One, new leadership with the Purist Mode gang who won't stand idly by while Parker protects people of mixed modes that they don't deem fit to live in this world. And also because the final straw was Parker. Rumors had been swirling that Parker had taken an NVL. NVL is a non-viable life form, also known as a zombie. Think a ghoul from Fallout, except they're considered second-class citizens and sometimes not even considered sentient by some. So, and he took one in that supposedly got in the wall, and he told you how he got in the wall, although you don't know if there's truth to that. No one rolled anything to find out. But yeah, his and so Parker is harboring him, but then Parker took you upstairs to the top of the Winbury Estates. It's pretty much a dilapidated old tenement complex, but took you upstairs to the greenhouse where he provides fresh, green and organic food for all the youth. And the carbon filtration system is failing, and Sean determined that it needed parts to be repaired, and so the party was looking for ways to score money to replace the parts and get the greenhouse going again, because without it, the youth will have to turn towards, not good foods, looting in the streets, begging, that sort of thing. And, so your characters have kind of taken that on, and through various ways, y'all figured out that how to score some drugs to possibly sell again to score the £1,000. That's right. And in the process, you fought off a pair of feral robo dogs in the street. Met someone to help you hook up with a stash, and then you met to do an exchange for this individual named Seamus, and You quickly learn that the exchange was with the same purgers that threatened Parker. And thankfully, DJ Weaver was able to de-escalate the situation with words before it got too out of hand. And that's right, he didn't have to box. He didn't have to do all that fancy footstep. He talked him down. And so that's where we left it, with the party discussing what to do with these drugs to try to turn them into revenue. And Seamus told you that it was about 750 quids worth of drugs if you can get like standard typical street value for these drugs. So now that requires selling it and being good at selling it and selling the entire supply. And so you guys were going to talk about how to do that. I think one of the ideas you guys bounced around was like having like a club, like hitting a public event and trying to sell them in crowds. Because you don't have a way of, I mean, it would take a long time for you guys to find networks and like hook up with people and stand in drink corners and that kind of stuff, sell it, you know what I mean? So this is a better way. And Weaver says, "Hey, I've never done a live show. You know, I've had blurb flies, like spinning my tunes on the streets of Trafford, but I've never had a live presence." So he's thinking, that's the story I think you guys were leaning towards when we left. But we're going to jump into a scene where everyone is together and you guys are discussing the finalities of this predicament. Now, I talked briefly with the players before we started about their lifestyle and services. So Vurt is different than most Mounty Cook games in the fact that money is a pertinent thing in the campaign. Quite obviously so, given the book. You can buy things like cars and vehicles and armor and weapons, and it's not, you know, money's not as important as something like Numenera, but in Vurt, it's a big deal. So then we're going to talk about lifestyle and services and how you guys, like, where do you shack up? We know that Weaver stays at Parker's tenements, although I'm sure you give some to Parker since you're an adult, right, as opposed to a kid. That's something we can discuss. But what about Sean and even one? What about you guys in your living situation right now?
I was thinking I'm probably like a not 9 to 5 job or whatever the equivalent is. Then I would probably be trying to have one of those, working in blurb fly tech industry.
Oh, there's
somewhere.
actually a company, and I'd have to look it up. But there's actually a mega corporation that has like blurb fly, like selling centers and repair centers and that kind of stuff. And maybe you work like a clerk or something, you know?
Yeah.
The equivalent of like an A+ computer certification, like employee, but for blurb flies.
Or it could be the what is the Genius Bar equivalent.
Yeah, that's nice. Like it's an upscale blurb fly place, and like
exactly
everything's freaking white and like, you know, nice. I'm an Android user, so I don't really know what those places look like, but I'm sure they're fancy. It's Apple. Okay, that would be. So what would your living situation be then? Like, what kind of place do you live at? I'm assuming everybody kind of lives in Trafford because it's a huge drive. If you don't live at least in the same borough, you're probably more like all in the same district. But we're not going to narrow it down that far. Up to you. But so what are you thinking? Like, what kind of place does he live at?
I would guess something along the lines of like college student level, you know, small apartment, studio apartment, where half of the room is like my blurb fly tools.
Right. Okay, so, well, the options is that you can have, I'll say in Trafford, you can find slum neighborhood. By the way, that's 109 on the PDF. Slum neighborhood or average neighborhood. There doesn't exist a nice neighborhood in Trafford. Or at least it's so rare, it's so small of a selection, right? So you can get slum or average. So you'd probably like it'd probably run down flat at slum or average. But slum means that if you pick slum, I might use GM intrusions occasionally to have slum stuff happen to you. Does that make sense? Like, here she makes XP, your house got robbed. That kind of thing, you know.
I'm fine with either. I don't really have a.
Okay. Well, then pick rundown flat, I guess. But that's still £1,000 a month because it's
Yeah.
expensive to live in Manchester. So,
Oh yeah.
but it's even more expensive to buy a hotel room for one night. So, yeah. So you've got a rundown flat, so $1,000 a month. Sean, what about you? What's your current living situation?
So I mentioned in my backstory that the reason I knew Parker was because he had helped a sibling of mine,
Mhm. Yeah.
and I live with her.
Okay.
So we kind of just like a super crappy apartment, but
Okay.
you know, and most of my work, because I kind of do hacking and electronics, I just kind of like work, just doing gigs for enough money to kind of like pay the rent and stuff like that.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
yeah, he's not really stashing a bunch of cash or anything. He's just trying to make ends meet, basically.
Right. Right. Okay. Then we'll say that you also have a rundown flat, slum neighborhood. Uh, and of course, $1,000 isn't just your living cost, right? Like as far as your house, it also includes, I think, lifestyle expenses. So it'll still be the normal 1,000
Okay.
just because you're splitting it with her because you still have to eat. But uh,
Okay.
we'll figure out how to handle like day-to-day jobs, that kind of stuff as the story goes by. But until then, I would save your money. And DJ Weaver, how much money you to give to Parker? And keep in mind, while it might seem unfair that you all have different beginnings in different locations and maybe different situations, it's gonna have a bearing, right? Like if you're slum neighborhood, it's gonna have a bearing, right? Like him being at Parker Tenements is sort of a GM intrusion already. That's gonna be a risk, right? Because if the purist came through and just decided to just mow down everybody, he would die or have to not die, you know. So Weaver, how much do you like? How do you help out Parker in any capacity? I called him while he was chewing. How I roll,
Yeah.
like a waitress at a restaurant. Ask you how the food is while you're eating. It's like walk off and not hear the real answer.
I said last time I wouldn't eat during the stream, and I
Dude, I see people eating in streams all the time like this, like stuff in their face the entire time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it never fails. Whenever I eat dinner, it always happens to be while we're gaming.
Mhm.
I'm sitting here eating
Yeah.
popcorn.
Whatever. So Eddie, what are you thinking?
I was thinking maybe when I give him money, but in the meantime, when things are low and I don't know, not much gig helping around because I haven't had like a public performance yet,
Right.
but I do move around in the underground music business. Kind of, got some buddies, they need help, but I never given like my face. Nobody knows my face like nobody can associate my music to my face because nobody knows.
Right. Well, tell you what, we'll
Um,
aim for saying $1,000 is what you've given in the past. You know, 1,000 quid. I say dollars, quid, to help him out because you know his expenses are insanely high, right? To keep all his kids together and fed and stuff. But so if you don't meet that, then that's a GM intrusion type situation. Like he struggles and you struggle and that kind of thing. So just when
sure
you
thing.
can, you know. Okay, so where is everybody meeting? I mean, you can all meet somewhere at Parker's, or you can go to one of you guys' houses. What kind of situation are we looking at as far as meeting and discussing the the small bag of drugs on the table?
Mm.
Hmm.
Not everybody volunteer all at once.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm thinking we could probably do it at
at whose place? You cut out.
mine,
Okay. Yeah.
my place,
So
because I don't know if we want to bring it over to Parker's.
yeah. Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay,
It's
so
insane.
you
Go.
so this is a good time to jump Jeff's character in. So Jeff, your character is we didn't talk about specifically lifestyle expenses about him because we've discussed it previously, since he is a pure dog. Um, Jeff, it would be easiest to say this whole thing has led to you being connected to Sean's character, but it's not necessary. Like you're connected to Parker and stuff too, but like because he is, but obviously you don't need as much of an incentive as they do, right? I mean,
Right.
so your connection could be another player. So,
Right.
another player character. So are you maybe with Sean, or are you at Sean's apartment or something? Is he kind of taking you in, or
I
Sean can
mean,
chime in?
that works for me.
Sean, does
I
that
mean,
sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Well, think of it this way. Maybe you thought maybe having him around helps keep your sister safe when you're not there, right? You live in the slums, right?
Hmm.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay, so
Yeah,
we're going to jump
no.
to that scene, and we're going to jump to a scene where all of you have met. I'm sorry, all of you have come into Sean's apartment, and all of you are eating mostly soy-based diet foods. Like the kind of thing you just throw a packet in the microwave and you heat it up, and then bam, you're eating. And all of you are in his living room, just kind of hanging out. We've already been introduced to your characters for the most part. Jeff, if you're in a living room with all the other people that you actually know in this world, where is your character in this living room? What is he doing?
I guess he'd be sitting probably next to, I don't know, either what's Sean's character's name?
Hack, right?
Hack.
Yeah.
Hack or his sister. And
Yeah, we'll say the sister just got done at her shift, and she's like, well, actually, we'll say she's heading out the door. Like she's gathering things up, and she's moving around. She's getting her purse, and she's getting her things, and getting sorted out, getting dressed, and she's heading for the graveyard shift at her job. And so she's kind of heading out the door as you guys transition in, just to keep from having to keep that moving smoothly. So Jeff, what is your character doing?
I'd probably be following her around, tail wagging.
Nice.
And then she he'd probably wait at the door for a second after she were to walk out.
Well,
and by the way, what have you guys named me at this point? Because I'm assuming I have a name now.
I just put Stray on the
well, no,
on
I
the
meant
thing, so
Sean, and because I'm obviously gonna have a name, unless y'all
maybe
call me
changed the
Stray
overlay
or
already.
Dog.
Just think about it. It's not
I
something
don't
you
know,
push
unless you
into. Maybe you've only been here a few days and
Yeah.
he
it could
hasn't
be.
come up with one yet.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, after she
probably
leaves,
doesn't
I
have a name yet. I
probably
just call it.
Well, before that, then Jeff, what happens is you're following her around, right? And then she gathers her things up and she kneels down to the ground, right in your face, and like pets you right behind the jowls right here, and she says, "Keep an eye on Hack." Something. She whispers in real close into your dog ears. She says he's up to something, and then she just pats you on the head.
Do the quizzically cock my head to one side.
Nice. And because she's already gotten the air of the situation, right? You guys walk in with a bag and are like kind of apprehensively eating food while you're about to discuss things, And so she heads out the door, and now this is an opportunity for dialogue. Remember, conversation
And
is
I'll
in
walk
character.
over when she leaves.
So, yeah.
I'll walk over when she leaves and actually kind of walk over to the bag and like I'm sniffing it.
Oh yeah, dude, you don't even realize why, but you're really good at smelling whatever this is. Like this scent because you were a cop dog and you don't even remember it. You know what I mean? Like this, you knew what this shit was, or at least you knew the scent.
I probably whine a little bit and kind of growl.
Yeah.
for just a sec at it.
Okay, so the rest of the conversation from here on out is in character from you guys. Unless you're describing what your character is doing, I'm assuming dialogue back and forth is in character. So, and I'm gonna sit back and let you guys discuss.
Shoo, shoo, shoo. I'm gonna pick the bag up, put it on the table.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like, okay.
Step
So how
one
are we going to
complete.
spell this?
Step
I
one.
don't know.
Nice.
I was hoping you could come up with that.
My only thoughts last time, or an hour ago when we discussed this, was try to maybe do some kind of like deep web sale, but I don't think there's enough of this stuff to try that. Plus, that would take forever.
Right.
I'm like, does anybody just know people who do a shit ton of drugs? We live in a shithole. So
yeah, remember your characters are featherheads and who live like on the edge of society and like seek highs and escapism.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably done your share of drugs, but I mean I don't know your character personally, but
Yeah, well, I'm like, I don't have the money to sit here and buy my own supply.
That's true. Good point. There's a difference between occasionally doing it and like knowing who to sell it to, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't they do
I'm like,
this
unfortunately,
sort of thing
all the
in
assholes
concert?
I know are broke.
Yeah.
I'm like, unfortunately, I live with a mutt and don't really have any money because he's never paid rent. Kind of like to look at Jeff.
You recognize the word rent and mutt.
Kind of bark.
Nice.
I'm like, rent. Say it. Rent.
That's funny. I love it.
But anyway. So
I come over, sit in front of your chair, and I'm like, for whatever food you have left.
Nice. Just eats the rest of your like soy SpaghettiOs or some shit.
Just sits there in front of you, looking at you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just like let him lick the bowl, whatever was in there. So I'm like, okay. I never thought I'd be in this situation. I couldn't sell drugs and being upset about it.
And we just where do they have concerts in the future like this?
Yeah, they have like
shows?
club things, where you can you can sell these kinds of things at, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have either of y'all been to one of these things? I mean, DJ, you're into music, right?
Yeah, sure thing. I always go incognito though. Can be seen, not in public as much, because I'm all this Vurt.
Well, of course, that's perfect though. I mean, we don't want to be cognito trying to get rid of this stuff. We just need to, I don't know, they don't have a uniform or anything. How do you?
I
I don't know.
Just talk to people. Yeah, let's go to crash a party, talk to some people, see what they're into.
That's actually a good time for me to jump in as the GM. Weaver, let's roll to see if you know anybody in the circles that can help you with this thing, right? Because you said talk to people in parties and stuff. Maybe you know like a club owner or something like that, or like a promoter that could get the wheels a turning. If that's what you're thinking, right? Like an event
Sure,
like
yeah.
this. So why don't you make an intellect task, and I will say that you'll have the benefit of persuasion and the other social interaction, so you'll be trained, and you'll have an asset on this. Let's see. Let's first roll the day here. Okay, so
And how about my bird nature? Because apparently I'm a bit intense at some point.
yeah, you're not good at small talk, right? You're not good at but it's more about knowing people rather than having a conversation at this point. I won't apply that as a penalty. So, all right. So, would one of you guys select him, Weaver, in the Fantasy Grounds characters because he still doesn't have. I think it's Jeremy. Can you open up DJ Weaver? You already own him in Fantasy Grounds. Thank you. Okay, so Weaver, yeah, so that would be a specialized persuasion. Do you want to use any effort or anything on this roll here? I'll say it's a difficulty. It's a difficulty 4.
Yeah, sure thing. 1 level.
You want to? Okay. It's a good time to mention that recovery rolls. You guys have recovered twice today, if I'm correct. Have both of you recovered twice?
Sure.
I think I did once.
I remember once for sure.
Okay. Okay. Because we didn't handle that right last time, but that's fine. We handled it right points wise. That's right. Jeff hasn't used any. Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask, on your stats where it says might, speed, and intellect, it has the max there. Should that be equal to what your might, speed, and intellect are, or?
Your max is because you're going to reduce it as you use effort. So make sure the max is set at what you got, like your total pool. And then you change the big number as you burn effort. Does that make sense? Or you take damage, you change the big number.
Okay. For some reason, my max is set to 10 across the board.
Yeah, I may not have noticed that. Yeah.
Okay.
Just change that to. It's probably because you changed the other and not the other, or I did.
Yeah, I just assumed the big number was the one I needed to be changing.
That's no problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You say you wanted to spend effort on this, correct?
Yes, please.
DJ? Okay, sweet. All right, let's roll this. So difficulty 4. So it should be pretty easy. Oh, yeah, you got it. Difficulty 6, nice. So, yeah, you know someone at a place called Stardust. Stardust is a I guess a club you would call it. It turns into like a club type dance place that plays like DJ music at night, but during the day it's mostly like an eatery. They have a big like courtyard type thing, and so the promoter / manager that works there. All right, and should have come up with his name in advance. We'll say his name is Winston. He is a dog man named Winston.
Nice.
All right.
I mean, I could talk to Winston. Might know what crowd rolls in these ways.
Great. See, you're carrying everything already for us. Thank you. Getting us out of trouble. Gonna get Parker out of trouble. I love it. Let's go with it.
My pleasure.
All right.
And I go back to jamming on my guitar.
Nice. Just kind of
muting the
very
play,
cool.
The notes stuff.
All right.
So grab it though. I have one right here.
That's right, because you have it with you because you hit someone on the head with it, I think, last game. Yeah. I told him if you rolled a 1, GM intrusion, it was going to break, but he did it anyways. All right. Okay, so, okay, sweet. So, yeah, we successfully rolled that. He knows who Winston is, Dogman Proprietor Manager of Stardust. And so you guys know where you can set up an event like this. So, Weaver, in this situation, there's a couple things that you need to do. You need to promote it, which would be done with either lucid blue feathers or with blurb flies, which throws in Mr. Even One here. Putting sound bites, dialogue, and stuff on blurb flies so they could fly around like drones in Trafford and basically pester people so they know about your show. You could also do like old school, like, because it's a local club, Stardust, so you could do like old school, like stick the what do you call it, on the wall of like on the edge of a pole, like old school promotion, you know, social media, that kind of stuff. So what do you guys? Sorry, go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, 'cause the feather sounds nice, but I don't know if we got the time to
It's
get
also
that
the most
done.
expensive, but the
Yeah,
blurb
yeah,
flies is doable. The blurb flies is
yeah,
definitely doable.
yeah. I like that.
When do we want to set it up? Because if I've got a shift at the smart guy bar, I might be able to make a subroutine or something to just sort of append to the things I work on and have them annoy people.
Right, right. Basically, just change their orders for a little bit, basically, kind of thing.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah. Well, I'll say it's an action to. I would say it requires work from you guys to upload like a soundbite or something to it, and give it orders and stuff. But it's mostly going to be on the part of. Actually, it's going to be a combined task. Actually, we'll have you guys work together. So since you're both trained in your task, what you're going to do is this is cool how the cooperative rules work. So since you're both trained in it, one of you will make the check, and the other one will reduce because Weaver is like trained in socializing and like probably putting together his own soundbite and like talking about his shows. He'll reduce your difficulty by 1, like an asset essentially. So,
Okay.
but you will roll the what do you call it? Entomology, programming, that sort of thing to get the blurb flies following orders. It's not going to be a difficult task, so we're basically just determining whether you fail or succeed or not, or how well, and you don't roll a 1. So I would say that we'll say it's a difficulty 4. So target number 12, unless you modify it. So I would say blurb fly construction and entomology can both apply to this. So just roll one of those and add 2 assets to it. One for being trained in the other, and there you go, and 1 from him. Very cool. Very cool. Didn't get a 1. Nice. So you guys managed to put together. Weaver, do we get a chance to hear? Am I putting you on the spot? But do we get a chance to hear a little bit about your soundbite? Like, what does that sound like?
That is really interesting. I think I can start with like a bass riff, like a really jazzy bass riff, and then kind of like pump up the bass gradually,
Mhm.
and then it just turns all disco and dancey, but kind of incorporating this bass line
Right.
behind the scenes.
Little Jimi Hendrix mixed into some like traditional dub, right?
Oh yeah,
Kinda
yeah, totally.
Cool. Which is interesting because that might bring people in because it's like this kind of music is not common, right? The dubstep like DJ type like music is like hugely popular because of the musicology and the aspects of limbic splitters. So hearing traditional guitar might be interesting to people. And so you put together a soundbite and then you hear like maybe you going like, don't forget to attend Stardust at 8 p.m. DJ Weaver live for the first time type thing. All right, cool. So you guys spread them throughout the city. So we didn't get a 1 or anything. There's no GM intrusion or no. Yeah, shout out to Brian, RP Network. Thank you so much for the bits, man, and the cheers. Appreciate it, man. Okay, so yeah, that happens. So the next few hours, I'll say that maybe you guys like set it up as this like impromptu concert, invite only, super secret type thing, which explains why it's only happening like a day or 2 away, right? And so you meet with Weaver. You meet with we'll say that you use a PDF or something to like a personal data feather to communicate with Winston, and he starts setting things up. And we'll say that since you rolled well and you haven't spoke to him like to his face, like he's talking to you through PDF, he seems interested in this. Like he seems, Weaver tends to be concerned with new talent because the Stardust doesn't do great already. He can't afford to lose customers because if people stop coming, the whole place will go down. So it's not like they're doing amazing business. But he seems, excited a little bit. If you could gauge that through just text, like a couple of emojis or like a cool, whatever. And so we'll skip ahead to the Stardust scene, but we're gonna get a moment for you guys to talk in character, out of character, whatever, about what your plan is. And if you guys don't say much about that, I'm just gonna jump to the scene. So I will give you guys a few minutes to discuss. What's your plan of action? I'm assuming Weaver's going to be on the stage. He'll be playing, and what I'll do is Weaver, if he succeeds at his persuasion, like his music playing, if he succeeds at his music playing, he will add an asset to any of you guys as you're working through the crowd and your rolls. If he succeeds his difficulty by 3, you know what? No, if he succeeds and gets a major effect or minor effect, then I'll say that he helps you guys with +1s and +2s for your rolls. All right?
That sounds good.
So Weaver, be thinking about your set. Be thinking about there in your set for a couple minutes. Like what kind of music you're playing, how many songs, whatever. And so even one hack, Stray, what do you guys, what's the game plan when you get there?
I have dibs on not being the seller. I'm gonna try and help with like lights show or something with blurred flies.
It's actually pretty cool. Well, I guess that makes Hack the seller.
Okay. So,
and I'll be following Hack around, just kind of
keeping
my eyes out on everybody, just to make sure, because I'm probably in a crowd of people. It probably feels kind of odd, but I'm keeping my eyes out, watching everybody, making sure.
Yeah, police dog like you, maybe you don't even know why you're anxious, but this whole thing just makes you anxious, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could probably strike up a conversation with the guy who runs the joint too.
Yeah, you can talk to Winston. I didn't even think about that when I made my dog man. You can talk to him. Nice.
Girl.
So, Hack, I guess you're the seller, huh?
What are you doing?
Great. Okay.
You're actually not bad at talking, by the way. You're trained in social interaction, so that's something that helps you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm inept.
So Weaver's just gonna play music.
He's gonna be the one, he's gonna be the star of the show, right? He's the one setting up the whole event and being the star of the show.
Okay.
It's up to you to sell the drugs. Our family-friendly Vurt stream.
Okay. So, shit. Okay, so I guess my only thing is I know how much I have to sell this stuff for, right? And like what the street value is. So
Yes. Yes.
Roughly. Okay.
I'll say that since I'm going to consult the table to look at difficulties because I think this should be legit and done right on difficulties. So, and I'm not going to do this by the seat of my pants. I'm going to make sure we're doing this right.
1 second. I need to get my guitar. I just can't keep talking about it.
Oh, you actually got one? Nice.
While they're thinking, to completely derail, this is a side conversation that happens between then and now. Hack is, I want to give you information and say, hey, this arm thing, Vurt flesh, that's new. It's a virus or something like that. Can you look on the wherever webs, whatever you know, and try and get some more info about it? Because it's weird and freaking me out. That kind of thing.
Yeah, that's something you can do. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, computers are still, by the way, computers are still a thing in this setting, right? Just because they have the feathers, right? Computers are still a thing.
Yeah.
You might interface with a computer, but also you said you had like a neural uplink type thing as part of your character and hyper processes and stuff. It's a utility port. but like also may
Mhm.
give you access to the net, like networks and stuff, like the internet, without having to have a computer, right? So maybe you can just do it
Yeah.
from where you're sitting, but you can also use a PDF
Okay.
personal data feather to communicate with people, but you probably don't even have to, right? Most people use a personal data feather in replacement of something like you know. So you probably don't even need one, you know. But I'm loosening the because we talked briefly about you and like internet and Wi-Fi. We were leaning towards 2050s like Shadowrun, but I don't think that's fair. The book came out in the 90s. Internet was already a thing. I imagine there's traditional internet, and Wi-Fi, and that kind of stuff. It's not the normal common means of communicating for most people, right? So they just get a PDF and go throughout their day, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So I shall look for his info.
All right. To learn what's happening to him, I'll say it's a difficulty 5. It's a difficulty 5. And it wouldn't be hacking. Yeah, it wouldn't be hacking. It'd just be computers.
Do I notice anything odd about it as well? Because
it smells funky.
Okay.
Like it smells like because he's a Robo Man. Like let me rephrase that. He's a complete autogen. Like he's humanoid. Like he's got arms and legs and stuff, but he's completely robo. And so it means he has no human in him. He was a pure mode before he became infected. So you see like this. Well, describe your Vurt mutation to Jeff's character or Jeff.
So my left arm is no longer machine. It's all kind of slightly goldeny flesh, but it's a tentacle with tentacle appendages for fingers at the end, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, the dog would probably be off put by it a little bit, or maybe like interested in it. Kind of like how dogs like smell, like can be trained to like smell out cancer and stuff, like
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Nice.
And there are other Vurt people around that try and hide their Vertness and whatnot. So, not that you remember it, but because I think you have an amnesia, right? So, who knows?
Yeah, that's true. Sean, so you actually made the success. No, wait, no,
Yeah.
you didn't. You didn't. You failed it by 1. It was 4. I'm sorry, it was 5. You got a 4.
Okay.
So you failed the test, unfortunately. So I will say this: the only thing you do know is that, and Jeremy, I'll come with this if this is cool with you during the during the free time. You got it from a unique black feather version of bitter Innsmouth. Do you recognize the word Innsmouth?
No.
Okay. Use your Google foo. Figure it out.
Yeah.
And but that's all Sean is able to ascertain based on.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. I like it.
Okay. And but yeah, and but you don't know anything else about it, unfortunately. Okay, so we're gonna jump to Stardust scene, right? So you guys are coming into this this club, right? The eatery is closed. Well, the eatery is still, they still sell food and stuff, but it's mostly like a dance party type situation this hour of the night. So, I'll have to read this since Weaver is not got fancy rounds. But the establishment was formerly a living complex with a garden in the middle, but the Stardust has been gutted in the inside, replacing tenements with kitchens, VIP rooms, and sitting booths in the former passageways. In the center, the garden remains and has been cleaned up and turned into dining areas and a large marble-floored dance area. One of the greenest places you'll see in the Manc, with hanging lights scattered across the open air like a spider web of brilliant rainbow lights. So it's kind of like you ever been to like a Florida style like where they'd like to hang the tropical like brightly colored rainbow lights in the air and that kind of thing. Open outdoor environment with some some foliage and stuff around. That's kind of the establishment, which makes it unique in comparison to most DJ club outlets, right? Because most of them go towards like we're gonna be all fancy and bright lights and rave and like what do they call it, like neon and that kind of stuff. Yeah, and like the second floor of the courtyard. Yeah, so you guys are walking in and you're coming in the entrance and you're coming in early, right, Weaver? Because you gotta set up and talk to Winston and stuff. And Stray, you said you were gonna talk to Winston, correct? You were gonna maybe discuss it with him. Discuss with him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if he says something, I I kind of keep like I wouldn't necessarily directly engage him, but I'm sure if Hack were to go up to him at some point, because I'll be with him.
Well, I was gonna say,
And
did the word get dropped that Dog Man was a? I'm sorry, that Winston was a Dog Man? Weaver,
I
did
don't
you happen to
recall
mention
it
that?
being dropped.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So he happens to mention in conversation that Winston is a Dog Man, so you know that. So yeah. So are you with Weaver or are you with Hack out on the floor right now? Because Hack's not come in yet, right? This is the early setup right before the actual club.
I'd probably be with Hack then.
Okay. All right. So Weaver, you're coming in by yourself, and you're kind of well, even you'll have to do some setup too. If you're gonna do some blurb flies like shining lights and stuff, is that the idea?
Yeah, exactly. So DJ will have to explain where and what he wants from this,
Yeah.
that kind of a thing. So I'd be with him.
Okay. Let's look up blurb flies to see if something like modifying it, put like lights and all and stuff over, would be considered a modification. Right.
There's definitely a what is it? What the the module? That's the word. So like there's optic.
Yeah.
No, that's seeing things. But there's speakers that are just sort of a standard module. So
Yeah.
I would bet there's some kind of there'd also be a similar
It leaves up to the GM
flashlight.
as far as the difficulty. Oh, it says
Okay.
replacing our nostalgia module is a level 4 task, which takes about an hour. So you need to just consider. Tell me what, when I get done with Weaver, tell me what modifications you're doing to this thing and how these things might be helping Weaver and his show. Obviously, because your role and how good you are will help him in his performance, which will help Hack sell drugs. The more people are into the music, the more likely they are to buy drugs and like party drugs and that kind of thing. And yeah, so you kind of start the domino. So consider what modules you're putting together, and so all right. So okay, so Weaver, you're coming in, and we'll say even one is kind of behind you, coming in with you, and you pass on through the iron gates, past the hostess desk and everything, and you're heading on into the courtyard because that's where it kind of opens up into, and you see this area as I described it, with like the square, like garden dance floor and all the brilliant lights overhead, and they're just now turning a bunch of these on because they leave them off during the day for the most part, but night's coming, and you see past you and the garden, there is on the second and third floor there is a balcony, and that's where you see all the equipment for a live show. Things like subwoofers, that kind of thing. I'm assuming you're carrying your portable limbic splitter in one hand and like your guitar slung over your back, correct?
That is correct.
Very cool. So when you show up, you see Winston, who is he's a mix of it looks like he's like a Labrador mix human. So he's got a dog face, dog snout, and all that stuff. But he's got like human hands, but he's covered in fur, and he's wearing this like slick, like pink shirt under a like sports jacket, and like so he's done up to the nines, right? But he's like this dog dude, and he's got like earrings all hanging and like in his floppy ears, like all down the sides of his floppy ears and stuff, and so you see he's telling people what to do, and he's kind of organizing things and setting up for the evening, and he kind of turns and looks at you as you come in, and he says, Weaver, good to see you.
Hey, pleasure meeting, friendly.
Yes, well, you've decided to stop with the blurb flies and do a real show, huh?
Yeah, I think it's the right time. You won't regret it.
Well, I appreciate you for mentioning that. I hope not. But and so he says so what's your plan for the night? How many songs are you gonna play? How many, what sort of tunes? Are you gonna play like the typical Das Uberdog type stuff? What are we gonna do?
I think I'm gonna mix it up. Keep the bass pumping, heavy, and with some lot of goodness in the back. I think that should be good.
Something mellow rolling in the back. All right. Okay. So you got your hook up to move the crowds. I hope you're good at that, right? It's a big step from going from blurbs to the real deal, right? Can you do it?
Yeah. I think I can do it.
You're not putting putting faith in my heart. If you're unsure, I'm unsure, mate.
Well, you've heard the flies. The flies don't lie, and neither do I.
I have heard the flies.
That's
right. He says, well, you know what? You get everything squared away and get everything set up, and I'll talk to you when you're ready to go, and let me know when we're ready to start this thing off. Yeah?
Sure thing.
All right.
I'm blacked out.
Sean dropped out. Sean, you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay. By the way, when you do that, it
Yeah.
screws up all the cameras.
Yeah.
So,
Internet issue.
internet issues, or are you turning your video off? Okay, well, hopefully it fixes in a minute. I won't move the cameras around.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Yeah. Okay, hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. All right, so Jeremy, so you're falling in behind him. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna set up help him set up speakers or whatnot in the orientation. I'm sure that Weaver's got a whole plan on where he wants different things, but then I'm gonna say, well, we can the blurb flash can either add audio or video, not video. Yeah, video. Sorry. Either one around the room as you would want. So, just sort of, we would have talked about which one or both you wanted beforehand, and just see what all we can get done in time.
How about video? That'd be good. Like just random videos, like flying around.
Cool.
Yeah, you could have them like splash, like holo vids, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like just I don't know, like random clips from the '60s or something,
Exactly.
like a random mix of like clips and videos.
All right, cool. Okay. All right, so is it going to help any with lights in any way? Like, is it going to do anything like that? Or is it just video?
I think they're mainly video, but I could, if there's lights shows to set up, I could help with that too.
Okay, because you mentioned lights earlier. I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. So that'll be an
intellect specific.
That'll be an intellect task, difficulty 4.
Yep.
I wouldn't say in gemology would apply to this. You're just putting a
No.
module in, like a technical module. So it'd be
Yeah.
construction. So that would make it difficulty 3, unless you want to apply some effort to it.
Yeah, let's do that. And
I'm
so
gonna
that's
dog out real quick.
Okay.
that costs 3, right?
Yeah, your first level of
do an
effort
effort?
will cost 3, but your edge will drop it by 1 if you have an intellect edge.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that just adds a 1 modifier when I roll, right?
No, it's gonna bump it down by 1. So
Oh.
yeah, apply it as an asset.
Apply it as an asset. Got
Yes.
it. 1 asset. Cool.
And to people who are watching and are used to how Numenera and Cyber System works, we just apply as an asset because that's how the Fantasy Grounds module is set up. So, okay, sweet. Okay, so it was a 4, and then you bumped it down several. So I will say that, sorry, it does all that automatically. I'll say you beat it by 2. You're going to give DJ Weaver an asset, and I'll bump it up and say it's a +1 too. So, all right. Oh, hey, look, he's already getting started. He's playing a little. Nice. Okay. So sweet. Okay, so that'll give DJ Weaver a big leg up, and so why don't we hack real quickly before the show? I'm sure you're going to be getting there, Sean. Figuring out what you're going to do and what your role is to play. What is your plan? Like, you're showing up. What are you going to do?
So my first move was I was going to show up a little bit early with DJ.
Right. Okay.
And there's a bartender there, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's probably 2 or 3.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go up to like one of the bartenders. I think he seems to be like in charge.
Okay. All right.
And I was just gonna say, hey man, look, I'm with the Weaver.
Sean, are you still there?
Something happened to your mic somehow when you moved your thing. We can't hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can hear you now. You just weren't close enough, I don't think, to the mic.
Okay. I just give him like 20 quid. And I'm just like, hey man, if anybody's looking for help partying, I'm gonna be sitting over here tonight. Send them my way.
Now, this is a situation where I'm going to throw a GM intrusion at you. Okay? Now,
Okay.
if you take this intrusion, you get +1 experience points, and you get to give 1 experience point to someone else. But if you don't want to take the intrusion, you got to give me 1. I'm going to make the night a little harder for you. Spice up the story.
Okay.
Do you want to take the XP for you and another comrade? Or are you going to pay me an experience point? Huh?
No, I'll take it.
Okay. So you ask the guy and or girl. We'll say it's a woman probably in her late 30s. She looks like she's got a hint of dog in her blood, and she takes the 20, looks at it, 20 quid, says, Stardust doesn't stay open by running with people like you. Keep your money. And she throws it back across the table to you. And then she just walks off to another side of the bar to give other people their money. But do you immediately turn around and go, or do you watch her for a moment after that? Because you're gonna see something if you watch her for a moment.
Yeah, I would probably just see what she's doing because I just make sure she doesn't like calling the cops.
Well, what she does is she walks over to the table and you see this big guy standing on the other side of the bar, large guy, kind of burly, and she starts speaking to him for a moment, and then he gives you this evil eye, and he's quite a ways away from you, but he's being stern, and that's all you know that happens right here and out. Right this
What
moment.
I miss?
So
Sorry.
Sean tried to get a hookup with a bartender to try to make selling the drugs easier, and it bit him in the ass because he found the most moral bartender in Manchester. So, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how she works here, but sure.
Yeah. He's a new hire.
And you said somebody looked at him innocent, like.
Okay. Yeah, like there's this guy in
Like
a black
bouncer.
suit, he's a bouncer, you know. Keep an eye on Sean to see what he's doing the night, you know. You've got a watcher, Sean. That's what it is. Okay. So if you're gonna sell drugs tonight,
I'm eyeing the bouncer, giving him kind of a mean, like.
So if you're gonna sell drugs tonight, Sean, you're gonna have to make stealth rolls to not be spotted by this bouncer. Okay. All right. But you get one experience point, and you get to give one experience point to another player character. What do? You gonna give it to who? You gonna give it to?
Who? Let's see here. Who needs it the most?
Well, everyone should be at 3 experience points. Like I want
to
say that everyone's the same. I know Jeff joined a session late, but I'm not gonna penalize him for not, you know. So everyone has 3 experience points at the moment. And don't worry, everybody's going to get their opportunity at GM intrusions. So,
yeah.
Like, I'm going to spread the hate. So.
Okay. Shit. Let's give it to Jeremy. Just remember me next time this comes up.
All right. Okay, so you get +1. So you guys two now have 4 experience points. And remember, 4 experience points can be used on temporary, like say Sean, for example, if you fail the stealth roll, to like hide from this dude, which could screw y'all out of everything. You could re-roll that with +1 experience. Well, sorry, with 1 experience point. Just something to think about. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So the music's gonna start hopping now. DJ Weaver, let's hear a quick ditty on the guitar. Can you do that for us? Nope, he's too nervous. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if you can hear it because it's not plugged in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're just going off of Okay, cool. So what are you gonna so you're gonna start off the set and start off like you said, slow bass starting out, and then kind of ramp it up as you go. I'm gonna have you roll it, but let's see. You're an unknown. People know you from your blurbs, and that's it. You're an unknown. I'm trying to figure out what the difficulty is for this. I'm gonna say it's a 6. It says normal people almost never succeed because they're not musicians. You know, they're not used to being on stage. It's an intimidating circumstance. So the difficulty is 6 starting out. So you're gonna have to lower that a lot. Now, he is going to give you a +1 and an asset. So that'll apply to this roll. So, and I'll say it's going to be use your social interaction part, your wit, charm, humor, and grace ability. So you're trained on this task. So it's going to go down 2 steps down to 4, and you get a +1. Do you want to also apply effort?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So applying effort, bumping it up to 2. So difficulty 6. We'll see how it goes. All right. Nice. Very cool. Made it. Awesome. Okay, so you made it by 2 actually. So that's gonna give Sean I believe 2 assets on selling the drugs. You know what? You know what, Sean? Would you rather it be one asset to your stealth and one asset selling drugs, Sean? Because like maybe he's drawing
Yeah, 'cause I'm
drawing
gonna
the
need
attention of even the bouncers, right? Making it easier for you to stealth.
buy this shit. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna need the stealth help, so I gotta do that. Yeah.
Remind me, Weaver, Eddie, you used the effort earlier, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Okay. All right. And I think Weaver, you used one thing of recovery before, right? Before this game, previous session. Was it one?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Because you have to hit the the button. Oh, here it is. Okay, so yeah, even. Oh, well, he's already doing it. Never mind. He's already marking his stuff. I think Sean also used recovery last session, so you've all used one level of recovery. So that means that next time you make a recovery roll, it takes you 10 minutes to get points back. Okay? All right. So, all right. So, Sean, Stray, actually, a good time to jump in. Stray, we haven't had a lot of attention on you, buddy. You're kind of being Max's shadow, right? Hack's shadow.
Yep.
Okay. You could try to. Well, you can do other things to be a shadow.
Well,
You might be able to help him in some way, right?
Well, I'm like, I just kind of want to look around there, like keep an eye on it, like, do I notice anything odd, anything out of the ordinary, kind of thing? Because that's kind of gonna be my shtick. I'm the dog. Like, I watch things, I keep an eye on things, like I smell
Okay.
things, like.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you roll now, but I'm not gonna tell you what for because it's gonna be
Okay.
like a perception style thing. So you got heightened senses. So I'm gonna say it's a difficulty 3 action. So do you want to apply effort to this?
What does difficulty 3 mean?
Difficulty 3 means your target number is 9. So
Okay.
if you reduce it because you're trained, you're gonna reduce
So
it down to 6.
6.
You only have to make a 6 on a D20. But if you want to use
Okay.
effort, you can reduce it to where it's basically not even an issue. But it's up to you. 6 is an easy number to hit though on a 20. You know,
Yeah.
6 or higher. Look at that, you rolled 6 on the
Roll
money.
right on it.
Yeah, that's how the D20 roll is. So you made it, thank goodness. Whew. Okay, and I'll tell you what that is for later. Okay, so what we're gonna do is while Sean is figuring out what he's gonna do and he's gonna start trying to stealth around and stuff. Before that happens, Jeff, your character, his dog nature, is kind of hmm. No, I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, so
Okay.
you're following along behind Hack. So the music is playing, and Weaver did amazing. He's jamming the audience. They're loving the. Is the guitar hooked to the limbic splitter now? Like it's weaving the
Oh,
moods
yeah.
of the audience. Okay, so it's a good time to mention it to people who don't know about musicology in this setting. This setting is really unique when it comes to music. They figured out ways to make music, in essence, kind of control you, like it almost like how drugs can affect the way you act. They know how to use music and sound vibrations to apply to musical instruments to get you just crazy for the sound, right? Crazy for the sound. In the books, there's literally a scene where he paralyzes someone with a limbic splitter, like he just stops him dead in his tracks. So music can be a powerful thing in this setting. So you're wooing the crowd and you've got them fully into the situation. In fact, you're helping Sean a lot on his stealth. So Sean, we're gonna need you to try to sneak around to try to sell these drugs. So you're gonna get an asset on this. Do you have anything else to help you? And I'm gonna say that this bouncer, he's a level 4 difficulty, level 4 NPC when it comes to perception. Your difficulty is level 4.
Okay. Hmm.
Do you have anything to help you with stealth? I don't think you do.
Looking.
Not without spending effort.
Healing.
or you got one asset from.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess it's just gonna have to spend effort, I guess. So what does that do for me?
I'm gonna put a special skill on your sheet called Untrained. I think everybody should have that. Basically, you just click that whenever you're.
Okay. Yeah. There it is.
I'm trying to make sure it's set to the right thing though. Yeah. Okay, so it's called Untrained.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason your swimming got thrown off. Okay. Yes, it's called Untrained, and you're gonna get an asset to this. So there'd be 1. And do you want to spend effort?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So that will take away 2 of your speed pool, please, and that makes you 2 steps down. So roll that Untrained in your skills. All right. Okay,
Actually,
that made it.
threw my
That
stuff
made.
off here.
Okay, sweet. So Sean, you managed to evade the eye of this bouncer so successfully. Okay, so you're gonna get 2 assets to this next roll, Sean. This is to sell the drugs. I'm gonna say it's a difficulty 5 action, because it's not something everybody is good at doing, selling in a crowd. But you got a lot of things working to your favor. You got social interaction, which you can apply to this. You've got you've also got 2 assets from the musical performance. So that'll make it to where social interaction plus 2. Do you want to apply effort to make it go off without a hitch, or?
You said plus 2? Okay.
I've already applied it to your sheet. You can roll whenever you're ready. If you want to apply effort, you can apply effort. Okay, so so you made it. Okay, his difficulty was 4. If you'd rolled any lower, you would have failed. So, because you see the green circle off to the side, that tells you with modifiers and everything what you would have gotten. So you just made it. So just made it. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Whoo, man. Yeah. Yeah. So you managed, but you don't get like a really good roll, which I had prepared for. If you did a really good roll, you'd sell more of the drugs and hit 1,000 quid. But you don't get all the way there. You get 750 quid. So put 750 quid on your sheet somewhere. There's a section where you already got a 100 quid. Make it 850 because you're currently in ownership of the money. So change that 100 to 850. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. And so towards the end of the night, and you actually sell out within the first hour, right? You do such a good job of evading that bouncer, and you sell out. And he's got a couple more songs left in his set, right? And Jeff, your character. So I'm gonna present an opportunity for a GM intrusion here for you, Jeff. You smell something that would intrigue a police dog. You smell something that would intrigue a police dog. If you take the GM intrusion, you get 1 XP and you can give another XP to someone else, or you can give me 1 XP and ignore it.
Like, what is it?
You don't know what it is. Because remember, your character doesn't have memories about being a police dog.
Does it smell bad?
It's something that.
Or is it something I've been trained to associate as being bad or good, or?
Yeah, you've been trained to associate as bad.
Where is it?
It's coming from inside the like the halls and the doors inside the Stardust itself, not the dance floor.
Okay. I try to grab him by the pants leg or whatever, and then start walking toward the hallway.
Okay. All right. So
move a few steps, look back at him.
Nice.
Move.
You're digging through your quid that you just acquired, and you're free of all drugs, you're counting it all maybe like behind a dark corner, and then you said Stray starts biting at his pants leg and trying to pull him. Act, what do you do?
Sorry, headphones are going dead.
I'm just like, what the hell's going on?
And he said he was going to go ahead, right? Ahead of you? Like he's going to lead you
I
somewhere?
start walking that direction. I look back at him, and I'm like kind of a like a low bark, and then start running over in that direction again. Anyway,
Okay. So you want me to follow you?
I love the communication barrier.
And he turns around and barks a couple more times. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you guys head off into the complex.
Like, I can't believe I'm
and so you guys are following the scent. And
Did he fall out of well?
It's kind of the situation. Okay, so Jeff, add 1 experience point to your character and give another player character an experience point.
All right, I'll have to give DJ 1 for the.
Everybody's got 1 this session already. Good deal.
And start heading that direction.
All right, sweet. And so you're heading that direction, and you're going through like the hallways of the complex of Stardust, right? Past VIP rooms, past the kitchen entrance. Something has caught your senses, and you're making your way up to the stairwells of the 2nd floor. Okay. And then I'm going to jump to Weaver and Even 1. Okay, so you guys are in the middle of the show, and let me find this because I need it. You see it first, Weaver, because you're on stage, right? You see a shadowy figure just outside the iron gates of the Stardust. Like, lob an object, a small object, over the iron gates. And they quickly take cover behind, like, the stone wall around the courtyard. And they lob a small object. You have disadvantage. You have initiative inability. I'm going to let you make, I'll say, a difficulty 3 speed test, speed action. If you succeed, you can act like in this brief moment before something goes down. So do you want to apply effort or anything, or?
No, I won't.
Nope. Okay. All right.
I'm in the zone. I can't put much effort in.
Right. Okay. You still made it. Good job. You rolled an 18. Okay. So you can react. You have time for 1 action to act. What do you do on the stage? All the crowd looking at you. No one seeing this object fly through the air behind them. What do you do?
I want to try and do that guitar swing that guitars usually do. They swing it like behind the back and then comes over to the front again. Try to do that and hit it back to where it came from. Try to do something.
You're gonna jump into the crowd and try to like whack it back through the iron gate?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna make you make a roll for this because this is pretty. Yeah. Okay, so this will be a speed action. You want to apply effort or anything to this?
Yes, now I do.
Yeah. Because this could be game changer right here. You could save people's lives, right?
So I'm gonna try to hit it, but actually with the string.
With the string? What do you mean?
Like, with the guitar, but the string's facing the object that's coming forward.
Oh, nice. So when you connect with it, you hear, as if, nice. Okay. Very cool. Okay, so that's going to be I won't say it's a difficulty. Oh, this is really hard. This is really hard what you're asking me to let you do. I won't say it's difficulty 5 to knock this thing out of here.
Yes, let's try it.
All right. So difficulty 5. Do you want to apply any effort? You said you did?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so that would be let's see how it goes. By the way, your speed pool's not looking great right now, by the way.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I know.
And you roll a 19, buddy. Nice.
Yes, I'm gonna sample
Nice.
that.
Why you have an asset to your speed. Okay, so that drops your speed pool is at 4 now, by the way. Just letting you know.
I'm not using that
Yeah,
anymore.
so you hit this. It's called a day cracker, right? It's a explosive device, but it's shaped like it's in a like cardboard tube, and you hit it as it's bouncing across the ground, and it just flies up over the iron gate, and you hear a what the hell, and then it explodes in the air, and so. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's a
What a
huge
great
change
debut.
of the situation. Very cool. Okay, so Jeff, the big downside for you, because you smelled something, is that you're further away. Okay, so if you want to be there in the first round of combat, if you want to be in the area in the first round of combat, you'll have to make a speed action. Okay, but I think you're proficient in running, so perfect for you, right?
Specialized in it.
Yeah, but Sean, however, will be lagging behind. So this actually cues initiative and a scene, because what happens is the explosion goes off, and in the light of the explosion, you see the Purgers outside. They've come to crash this club and this party you're putting on, and so you may have placated them at the drug deal, but they're back, and so they're here, and you guys actually have initiative because I'll say that the bomb goes off and they're all just like kind of scattered and confused momentarily, and I'm actually going to take a couple of enemies off the screen, off of this encounter because of this. So you because the bomb goes off and kills a couple of them or knocks them out of the fight. So I want all of you to make an initiative speed task. So, and
All right,
the difficulty, the way initiative works is you just have to roll higher than the enemy. So, the enemies are level 2. So all you gotta do is roll higher than 6, basically, on initiative. But people who are trained in initiative, they may not even have to roll. You can step it down by 2.
Here.
You're specialized, Jeff?
Yeah.
You don't have to roll. You automatically go first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way difficulty works. Like if you step it all the way down to 0, you succeed at anything. Okay, so Stray, nice, he succeeds. Awesome. Even, he gets higher than the Weaver gets a higher than a 2 as well. Yep. So yeah, everybody goes for the bad guys. All right. So
we in the zone.
Very cool. Yeah. So we're going to get things squared away for a scene. Yeah. All right. So Stray, you hear an explosion coming from the other direction, not where you're heading. Hack, you both hear it. Stray, well, actually, initiative doesn't work that way. You guys can decide who goes, really, in this game. All that's pertinent is that the people who roll lower than the difficulty of the enemy can't go before the enemy. So if you guys all rolled higher than the enemy, then take whatever actions in whatever order. So I'm cool with that.
If I just did something, I could go last. That's fine with me.
No, that was during that surprise round. You still get an action.
Oof.
That was because you just badass.
So I mean, I guess I'll as soon as I hear that blast, I'll start running in that direction. Like just kind of like.
Okay. So I want you to make you have to make a speed task. I'll say that's
running.
I'll say it's difficulty 3.
So that would be nothing if I'm specialized in running?
It'd be difficulty 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
nice.
DC of 1. I mean, of 3, not difficulty. But I got you.
Yeah.
That's throwing me off. I gotta get used to that.
Yeah, it's just something to get used to. Yeah. Don't do the math on the target numbers till after the difficulty is resolved. It makes it easier.
Gotcha. All right, so I succeeded, I guess.
Very cool. Yes. So you're in the scene, but since you took an action, I'm gonna say that that's all you can do this turn, because that was the disadvantage of being so far away and getting the XP.
So how does
you're there,
guarding work?
Guarding? You may have to look at the combat rules for me to find that.
Where is that? Because I only have the player's guide, and it doesn't have anything about.
Oh man, you can get the core book. Man, Raven Death Games were awesome enough to let me use a copy for each of y'all for the core book.
Oh, okay. I'll get on.
Yeah. It's under actions. Let's see, I can probably find it. I think it's called cover. No. Oh, here it is. Defend? No, guard is another thing, I think.
Yeah, it's like you pick somebody to guard them. That's what I'm assuming. Is I get a +1 to armor while doing it.
Yeah, I would just use the find or replace function in the book or the index to figure that one out while I'm running things. Figure out what you're going to do. Okay. All right. So, who's next? Who wants to go next?
So,
I was just going to chase.
Are still inside?
Yeah.
Who? I guess Hack will resolve that, and then I'll go back to DJ.
Yeah.
So Hack, you'll have to do the same thing Jeff did. Difficulty 3, speed action. I think you have an inability though in running, so it's actually be difficulty 4 for you. So.
Okay. So do I just So I just roll my running. It's already got the inability.
Yes. I mean, you can send from your speed pool if you want to get there sooner, but. Okay. So yeah, you unfortunately failed. You're still too far away. Your next turn, you'll get there. And that's it. So. All right. Weaver, I'm sorry, you were speaking up. What do you do?
That's cool. I was just wondering if they were still outside, the purists.
If they're what? I'm sorry?
If they're outside?
Yeah, they're still all outside the courtyard, right? There's like this short cobblestone wall with an iron gate. The gate's still closed because they didn't open it. They threw the daycracker over the gate. So you're in here with a bunch of dancers who are really confused, and bouncers and stuff, about what's happening. What do you do? Probably a lot of them don't even know what's happening yet. They saw you go out in the crowd and like slap something, but like your awesomeness with your guitar and the sound, some of them probably think it's part of the show,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with that one. Make them think it's still part of the show and just keep on playing.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So you just keep playing. Nice.
Yeah. Can I use my my levity, the works the room ability? I think it gives a +1 to recovery rolls to everyone near me.
Well, the thing is, I think all of you, when they make a recovery roll, that's automatic, I think. Does that make sense? That's automatically something that happens because it's called an enabler. So it would automatically happen. So you can still take some other kind of action in the scene. But if you're playing music or something, maybe you're just trying to I guess you're still trying to control the crowd, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting 2 into the zone and kind of doing the thing that my arm split in the middle to actually cover more space on the guitar, but that actually kind of shows
it'll show your
the vert side of me.
Yeah, it'll show your vert side. Yes.
Hmm.
It'll draw attention to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of start doing it, but then realize what I'm doing and kind of just continue playing and not do it. Not get too carried away.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Jeremy, what do you do?
Is there a more obvious leader of the purists that are outside, or whoever I think is the leader of the person? I want to direct
you won't know right now unless if you want to spend your action saying you paid close attention and made a perception task, like a test or check or I can't remember the perception roll, and you succeed, I'll tell you who that leader is.
Okay.
But it'll be you stopping and looking carefully, trying to find the leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You want to do that?
I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay.
So that's just an untrained roll.
Yeah, it'll be an untrained intellect roll. So you want to add we need to do that to add to your skills and untrained.
I did.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's roll that then.
Cool.
Yeah, that's high enough. You can see the leader.
Okay.
He's a guy that has like this mangy like brown hair that's like matted and like this scruffy ginger beard, and he's a bit burly, but you think he's probably in his maybe early 30s. So, and he's kind of like organizing this whole thing, and like he's trying to like push his guys back away from the explosion as the cracker came in. So, all right, that's what you do. Now they're gonna gather their wits and start all drawing their weapons. And when I say weapons, I mean like brass knuckles, shivs, baseball bats, boards with nails in them. I'll say that the leader actually has a pistol. The leader actually has a pistol, and the leader kicks open the iron gate, and his men start moving into the room. I'll say that's their action, moving into the room, getting all their weapons and gear ready, and now it's a good time to check into what. So at the end of this round, the bouncers are reacting, but most of the other people aren't reacting. Most of the other people are not reacting to this because Weaver is unfortunately got them enthralled. So, well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your opinion. And so most of the people aren't even reacting, but the bouncers are kind of moving in. But you imagine they're not very good at fighting people that like have like weapons and stuff and gangers. So, all right. So that's the end of that turn. Round 2. Everybody's initiative is out of order. I'll fix it. Okay, who wants to go first?
I want to go first.
Yeah.
Because I want to tell my one blurb fly that's mine, to harass the leader.
Nice. And remind me, what does harassing do?
That's what I'm trying to look at. Let's see. Grants +1 to any roll made against that enemy.
Very cool. And you don't have to make a roll for him harassing. He just harasses. So you guys see this blurb fly, like, fly down and, like, just starts hovering around this, like, ginger-bearded, like, matted human. Mm-hmm. And he's got, like a muscle shirt on and, like, pure tats. And he's trying to wield his pistol, and he's really thinking about shooting at the blurb fly right now, right? As it's whizzing around his head. All right. And who's next?
I would like to charge the guy with the gun.
All right. Very cool. Do what you do best.
Yeah. I also found out what guarding is. It says in combat situations, a character could stand guard as an action. No attacks are made, but defense tasks are reduced in difficulty by 1 step. Furthermore, if an NPC tries to get by the character or take an action that the character is guarding against, a speed action can be made based on the level of the NPC with the difficulty degree increased by 1 step. Success means that he is prevented from taking the action on his turn.
Wait, what's the page number? So I can reference it later.
Page 149.
Okay, thank you. All right, so go ahead, Jeff. So the ruffian, the leader, actually I'm going to give him a name. You guys are going to see ruffian become Red Roy. And I'm going to say he's level 3 when it comes to combat. Oh, you guys can't see him. I'll do it. There we go. Thank you, Raven Desk Lee, for the host, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Raven Desk Games. That's folks who make this game, guys. So please check out their stuff, man. They got wonderful games over there. All right, so Jeff, you're gonna target Red Roy. So as I was telling them before, don't make an attack in the attack section. Just make your attack from the skills tab. But you're just practiced in
Oh, wait a minute.
unarmed attacks, right? You're not trained yet because your level 1 tier 1 characters typically aren't trained, right? So what we'll do is we'll make a
I'm not sure actually.
yeah, you're just untrained. For tier 1 characters rarely ever get to trained in attacks, but you can still apply effort and stuff. But if you attack him, you're going to get a +1 because the blurb flies are harassing him. So in that box to the right of the asset box, I'll do it for you. Apply 1 there. So you got a modifier now in that star. Do you want to spend any effort though? I mean, you got full pulls, man. I'd go ahead and do it.
I guess it would be what a strength. Yeah, I'll do a might.
Either one you want. I'd say for a melee attack, either one you want.
What does edge do again? I have an edge of 1 in both might and speed.
Oh, edge will reduce the amount needed to spend effort. So if you got an edge of 1 in might and you're using might, then instead of costing you 3 points for effort, it costs you 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, in that case, yeah, I would definitely spend effort. How do I do that?
You'll just roll that untrained, but before you do, in that there's a little box beside in the untrained. You hover over it. It says assets. It's beside the 1 that I already put in there. In modifiers, That's called assets. Just apply 1. That means that you're reducing it by 1 for effort.
Oh, okay. So
That's fine.
next,
I can help you out.
the
there
one
you
in
go.
the middle.
You see where it went 1-1. Yeah, the
saying.
one with the line through it. When you get trained in the actual skill, you'll change that to a T.
Right. Yeah.
So now just roll that D20 roll, and you're going to try to get over a difficulty 3.
Okay.
Nice. You got it. Very cool. So
All
Jeff,
right.
You're going to deal your damage to him,
which is 4, I
believe
think.
it's your bite should tell us. Yes. Very cool. 4 damage to him. Very nice. Very cool. Nice. I opened it up just so you can see it under your attacks. You can see it in detail. All right. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna deal 4 damage to him, and you can actually drag the 4 damage to him.
It says I'm trained here.
Is practiced or trained?
It has a T. I'll have to look at my character though. I may have put that down by accident. I'll check and see.
Yeah, probably did. You probably did it by accident. I didn't know you could apply skills there. Never mind what I said about attacks. I didn't know you could do that. But yeah, I think you should just be practiced right now. It'll look like that.
Your bite is a light weapon.
Yes, so you're gonna deal 4 damage to him, which is like half his health. So good on you. Okay, so you've like bitten into him, and like he's flailing, trying to get away from you, and sweet, doing some damage to him. Okay, so I think it's DJ Weaver and Hack. Who's acting?
I can go.
Okay, so Sean, you have to essentially spend your turn either running in there, or you can, if you have a ranged weapon, you can fire it from here.
I just have a knife.
Yep, you could throw the knife if you wanted to, but
I could, but then
you wouldn't have a knife.
Well, if I throw it and I miss,
or it sticks in someone's flesh and they run off with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, so you're just gonna move into the room, get in
I'm
there.
Just gonna run.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So DJ Weaver.
My first thing I want to do is stab whoever has a gun.
yeah. Well, that's who Jeff's like facing down with, Red Roy. So Weaver, the crowd they're slowly getting alerted to the fact that something's happening, right? As these guys are running in with bats. You know how these like crowd situations are. Like, I mean, I hate to be morbid, but like Aurora shooting and all this kind of stuff. These They don't know what to
Right.
do. It's like split seconds, right? Violence is ensuing behind them. So, but there are some being alerted to it. I think the gig's over. You know what I mean? Like it's the crowd's learning what's happening. What do you do for your action?
Um.
You know, I think it would be cool. I mean, you can do what you want, but it'd be so cool if you followed up the hit with the bat against the cracker with a hit someone's face with the guitar. I mean, that would
Oh
I think
yeah.
that'd be cool as hell. But I mean, there's a chance it could break your bat, but you know.
I'll take it. I'm
All
just
right.
gonna like after hitting that and just kept keeping on playing. Now the crowd's kind of shuffling, so I'll just walk through the crowd, just keep on playing until I reach my target.
Nice.
Uh, is there anyone near
You
that
just
I can?
picking just all of them have kind of all of them kind of made their way into this room, and they look like they're there to cause chaos. Like they're running towards people that don't see them coming. They're there to beat up people. Like not specifically anyone. However, you think that Red Roy, the guy with the pistol, he's got his eye on you. Even like he had his eye on you a split second before the dog jumped him. You're his target.
I think I'll
But
return the
he's
favor.
you gonna what?
I think I'll return the favor. He's
Okay.
gonna become my target.
Okay, so you're gonna like move up to him and like sling that guitar over the dog and try to whack him with it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Nice. All right. So, okay. So you're untrained to this. Do you want to spend effort?
It should be might, right?
You can apply might or speed. It's not a heavy weapon,
Might.
so it can be either one. Might. Okay.
Yeah. I might effort it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. And you roll the 1. So what happens is you get the guitar, and it hits him. So I'm gonna give him half damage just to give him something, right? And so he's half damage, but your guitar just like you hear that the string as it hits, and it goes bow, and then at the same time it just the whole bass section of where the guitar just explodes into shattered bits. But you did hurt the guy. If it was one of the other ruffians, you'd have taken him down, but he's a little tougher. So, unfortunately, you rolled that 1, like we said, don't do, and you did.
Damn.
So,
Is it too late to use an experience
you can
point?
re-roll. You can use one of your XP to re-roll if you want to.
I would love that. Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. So re-roll those dice. Let's see how this goes. Why'd you roll a 1 again? Look at that. There you go. 19. Okay. So
Oh, that's better.
okay. So you get a minor effect. Why don't you tell us what that minor effect is? Also, that's enough damage with the minor effect, which gives +3 to damage. That's enough to take him down. But what's the minor effect?
Um. Hmm. I wanted to intimidate the rest of the guys, but I'm not good at that. I
Okay.
can try though, right?
You can try for sure. Let's see. Yeah, let's yeah, screw it. Let's do that. Yeah. So yeah, we'll say I'll say that I'll say that on this next turn,
Hey, question.
all of them are going to be 1 level lower when it comes to attacking because they're intimidated and defending. Very cool.
All right, so I'll just, for role play purposes, I'll just like let my guitar like fall to the ground and just like open my arms and like flare out full bird rage,
Very cool.
scream out like.
So the arms open and you see like these suction cup tentacles like out now, and you like a howl like a rock star, basically.
Yeah, like it's
Nice.
on.
Nice. Very cool. All right. And okay, sweet. So Jeff, you biting him, and then him hitting him with the guitar brought Red Roy down, the leader of the bad guys. So I think that was all of you. Now the bad guys' turns. So DJ Weaver and Stray are all up in the front, unfortunately. So that means that you guys are going to get swarmed by these. Well, yeah. I'll say one of them is like just beating on just like a person that worked like that is just at the concert, like a hapless bystander. Like one is just, and the other four turn to you guys and attack you. So the way it works is it's up to the GM a lot of ways how you handle multiple enemies. But since this is more of a realistic game as far as how tough you are and things, the way I'm gonna do it is if you're getting attacked by two enemies, your difficulty to defend is one higher. Okay, but I'm not gonna make you make multiple rolls for defending. So Ruffian 2 and 3 are going to try to hit the dog with the nail in his board and his bat. The other one's got a bat, and they're just gonna start trying to wail on you, Stray. So that's a difficulty 2 because they're step down 1, but they get a bonus because they're teaming up. So you need to make a speed roll to not get hit. Okay. But you're trained without armor. Okay, we actually need to put that on your skills, Jeff, because you're gonna roll that a lot.
There's a roll for speed underneath that.
That's speed defense. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, use that. But it doesn't show that are you trained in it?
Yeah.
Okay, it shows you're trained in it. Okay, cool.
I have a team.
Yeah, just roll that. I wouldn't spend effort on this. There you go. So Jeff, you're ducking around and like leaping back as dogs do to try to avoid getting hit. And Weaver, now it's your turn. Difficulty 2. 2 enemies swarming down on top of you. One with brass knuckles, the other with a shiv. What do you do? You gonna apply effort or just gonna see how the dice roll?
Let him roll.
All right, cool.
I mean,
yeah, you only got to roll 6 or higher, so.
That's good.
And you rolled 9, so.
Oh, nice.
All right. Yeah, so. Are you guys seeing my rolls? When I roll stuff?
On stream, yeah, but not.
Oh, you're not.
Itself.
Need to fix that. I just noticed it has an eyeball symbol beside it, so you guys couldn't see it. Let's see. Show GM rolls. There we go.
I'm
Boom.
stream sniping your GM rolls.
That's fine. I wasn't intending to do that. I didn't know they were secretive. Okay. So yeah. All right. So yeah, you dodge out of the way, man. Like your guitar's still in one piece. You sling it over your shoulder for a split second and dive backwards as like these two guys start stabbing in at you and swinging their fists. Now it is back to the top of the initiative order. Who's going to go first?
Me again.
All right.
I'm gonna command the blurfly to actually go try and attack one of the guys that's on DJ.
Nice. Very cool. All right.
Crud. Where'd that thing go?
Jeff, before we get to your turn, real quick, you can apply effort to damage instead of the attack.
Oh.
These guys are so good at, like, they're so sucky, you can do it that way. I mean, it was smart what you did against the leader, but you can do it against damage next time.
I didn't know you could do that against damage. No.
Anyway.
Also, it doesn't automatic. Earlier when I was asking about effort, I was just asking if there was an automatic way for it to reduce your pull, or if I had to do that manually.
You have to do it manually. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it doesn't know if it's an intellect, speed, or might task. The GM can decide.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, Evan. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was trying to look up. I found the damage it would do. I don't know.
I think it's a light attack, right?
It only would do 1 damage.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, these things are tiny.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah,
I just was looking for what kind of a roll. It's probably just an untrained roll, though, because they're not it's a
Well, if it's attacking one that Weaver is already attacking, it'll reduce its difficulty by 1 because you're swarming on it.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
cool. But okay, so 1 untrained thingy for the blurb fly.
That's a hit
Meh.
because no, it's actually a hit. Yeah, because it reduced it by 1.
Sweet.
Actually, I don't think it reduces by 1, but you would have hit anyways because they got a penalty because they're so shocked and confused by their leader getting kicked. But
Okay.
I think it'll probably have +1 to your stuff because of people swarming for you guys.
Okay.
Okay, so you deal 1 damage to Ruffian 4. All right.
Yeah.
So Hack, you're here now. You're able to participate. You can move a short, immediate distance and get involved. What do you do? John? Hack? I use people here as names, but I know you have new game. Don't know you.
Yeah. No, what I'm going to do is just run in. My instinct was to protect Jeff because he was kind of the one I was chasing in there.
Yeah.
So, but he already took down the lead.
Yeah, Jeff went in like a vicious dog and like handled business.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, exactly.
you're thinking at this point because Stray can't explain who he was before he met you. You know, he's got a harness on, like a vest on, but the numbers on it are, and the markings on the vest are like worn down on Jeff's vest, the Stray Dog's vest. So you don't know where he came from, but he fights like a dog that knows how to do this shit. So,
right.
Anyways.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. So really what I'm going to do is just anybody who's attacking one of the group members,
yeah,
stab.
All right, well, there's 2 on Weaver and 2 on Stray.
Okay. Stray is probably handled, so I'll just stab somebody that's attacking Weaver.
Okay. All right. So you're going to get your difficulty is lowered, so you only got to hit a 3 on this because they're still confused over their boss dying.
Okay.
So just roll your untrained. Actually, if you got an attack, you got a knife. Yeah, just roll your knife. Hold on, let me fix this. Because we figured out that.
Okay.
Yeah, roll your knife skill on your action stab.
Okay.
You got to get a 3 or higher. Pretty easy. Oh wow. Roll GM intrusion. Okay. So what happens is when you go in for the knife, right? Like he sees you coming, and he just backhands his brass knuckles and hits you in the face, and you fall prone, slamming into like a dining eatery table, and you fall to the ground. So you're prone. Next action, and
okay.
I will say you take 1 damage from. No, I'll say 2 damage from falling to the ground. So you'll take. The way it works is you'll take 2 damage from your might pool because physical damage is almost always might first. So you're going to go from 12 to 10 for me.
Okay.
All right. And that's the thing about rolling a 1 is that's a GM intrusion without me having to give you XP. So, all right. Now we've got Weaver and Stray left. What do you guys do? Remember, you guys got ciphers too that you can use. I don't know if any of you have combat ready ciphers or combat cable ciphers, but they might can help you. So Weaver, Stray.
I was probably going to you had the guy that was trying to attack one of the people in the crowd.
Yeah.
My instinct would be to rush over and take that guy down.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Sweet. Everybody's within an immediate distance, so you can like while these guys are attacking you, like dart around them and like just dive at this guy. All right. So you only got to roll a 3 or higher because they're confused by Weaver's badassery. So I would use the effort on damage if you wanted to. If you hit.
Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and do that. So that would take me to 11.
On damage?
No, my might pool.
Oh.
for spending the.
Well, just see if you attack and hit first, because you could roll a 1.
Oh, I can choose to do it
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, you choose to do it after. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
I think
We'll
so.
do that
Yeah.
then.
That's what we're going to do it.
Okay. So I,
I will. Yeah, I'm going to do that from now on, because I don't feel like costing you points when you don't even hit.
which one is that?
You'll just roll your attack.
No, which ruffian?
Oh.
Does it matter?
We'll say 6. We'll say 6.
Okay. All right. So I have an asset for this.
No, you just roll. And
Oh,
I don't think
just,
it'll.
okay.
Yeah, because that's not the target number. It's just to declare what you're doing. Yeah. So you hit. Nice. Very cool. And roll. Now damage you can apply automatically to that NPC. You don't need my help on that. But in the case of effort, you'll deal your 4 damage, and if you're spending effort, you'll deal 3 more.
Okay.
That will kill him.
Or
nice.
3 more. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So 7. Yeah. Nice.
Gotcha. Cool.
So yeah, just describe bringing this ruffian to the ground. What happens?
I probably jumped on his chest, brought him to the ground, and then bit him in the throat or something like that.
You like delivered the unconscious bleeding blow while he's down on the ground.
Yep.
Very cool. And the person, just frightened even from you, just runs. But very cool. All right. And Weaver, what do you do, man?
Do I still have those 2 guys?
You still have 2 guys on you. Hack tried to help you out, and then he got whopped in the face and thrown against some tables and onto the ground. So.
Well, I'm guessing it's guitar time.
Guitar. All right. I'm waiting for you to roll 1 again. Just waiting. You're gonna run out of XP trying to save that guitar.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
All right. So let's see here.
You need to have that guitar like customized, made out of metal, and all kind of crazy stuff.
All right. No effort.
Sure. No effort.
All right. You rolled 16. You're good. All right.
Yeah.
That's 4 damage to the ruffian. Very cool. And I'll apply that to the one that Jeremy already hit. And the guitar just swings and cracks him on the face, and he goes to the ground. So, good job on you. Ruffian is down. So now you only got 2 left. Thank you, sweetie. I'm sorry, 3 left. All right. So now it's their actions, though. Weaver, you're going to need to defend against one of them. The one with the brass knuckles is still around, so he's going to make an attack against you. Any effort before all this?
No.
All right. We'll see how it goes. White roll 2. You made it, though. Right at 2. His difficulty was 2. You made it. Not hit. Okay, Jeff, you've got 2 more that are chasing after you. No, wait. I'm going to say that one sees that Sean's on the ground, and he's going to go over with a bat and try to beat him while he's on the ground. And don't let me forget, at the end of this turn, I need the bouncers to get involved in this. Okay. Okay, so Jeff, he breaks off of you. Well, I'll do yours right now because Sean's getting settled. Okay, so Jeff, make a speed roll to avoid difficulty. Ooh, you got hit, man. You take 4 damage, Jeff, from your might pool. 4 damage.
Can I give him an XP so he can reroll?
No, you can't do that. Unless it's a house rule you've read somewhere, you can't give XP to players unless it's a GM intrusion. But he's got XP. He's got XP if you want to do a reroll. You're good, Jeff? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool. Yeah. Remember, Jeff, your first recovery roll, you only have to spend 1 action. So if you get in a bind, just spend 1 action and gain some points back.
All right.
Because at that point, you're not even impaired or
Well,
debilitated.
and I'll probably also spend effort for the next couple of defense tests.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, well, that too. I mean, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, hold on a second.
All right. Okay, so did you mark off your points? All right.
Yes, I'm at 7.
Okay, cool. All right. And that was the last player, I believe. No, yeah. Well, Sean walked off. I'm gonna hit him anyways. He's got speed defense. See how he does. Now his chance of getting a hit are higher because he's prone. So yeah. So the guy with a bat over him. Yeah, that would have hit him. We'll come back to that. I'll describe the bouncers, and I'll throw some random rolls on the screen so he can't figure out what happened. All right. So bouncers come into the scene now responding. They're a little, they're a little slow in the uptake, right? Because they're not normally dealing with these kind of situations. So they're going to help you guys in the fight. So what you'll do is you guys will add an asset to your attack rolls against these guys, as the bouncers are surrounding them as well, helping you bring them down. Okay. All right. Well, Sean will get back in a minute. We'll go ahead and skip ahead, and I'll resolve that later. So, okay. So, what about Stray? What do you do, man? I'm just gonna call out players. Keep things moving. Stray, what do you do? Jeff.
All right, so I guess if he's on the ground, I'm actually going to try the guard action on him.
Okay. Guard is an
Defending against
action, so at
him.
this point, after this, you'll be doing the guard thing. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Even Weaver. What about you guys? What you got?
So you said Hack's on the ground with somebody on top of him?
There's a guy with a bat, coming over him. We haven't resolved that yet because he's not here.
Sure.
But
yeah. I want to get between them, or at least next to them.
You? Even?
Yeah,
Okay.
even.
All right.
I'm guessing
you can get over
I'm
there.
Close enough.
Yeah.
If I'm not, then I'll use my.
No, you're within immediate
power.
distance. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, if I'm close enough to try and hit the guy, that'd be cool. If not,
yeah, you can hit him. You can hit him.
Okay. I will be bad at trying to hit somebody with a metal cane.
That's right. You got that metal cane.
Oh wait, you said we get. Oh well, it rolled. Whatever.
You hit.
Light.
All right. So what is that? 4 damage. Light weapon.
Light. Yes.
All right. Cool. All right. And Weaver, what do you do?
I'm still in the zone.
Sorry about that. Cop.
A cop showed up?
Yeah, the local police department, they were trying to serve a warrant, and they're like, oh, this guy lives at my house. So, this is my ID. Nobody, they're like, yeah, we kind of thought it was.
That's crazy.
They're like, it didn't sound right to them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Weaver, what do you do?
I'm playing whack-a-mole. I'm going to keep whacking away.
Nice. Okay. All right.
Let me get that other guy.
Alrighty. I'm going to add a guitar to your attacks because apparently that's going to be a thing for you. You decided just to go ahead and do that all the time. So.
We just got to put some nails in it, and then it'll be even more metal.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Even more metal.
Like blue scraps.
You hit just barely.
Still got some juice.
Yep. So you whack this guy, but he's stumbling and reeling, but he's still up and at it. All right, Sean. While you were gone, you're getting attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've already rolled it. Don't go through the chat to see whether you succeeded or failed. Do you want to apply effort?
If I missed, yes.
That's not the way it works. If it missed, then yes. Then the answer is no. You take 4 damage from his bat as it slams it. Actually, a bat's probably medium. Let me look at examples for a bat. Look at examples for bats. That'll be some good damage. Melee weapons. Yeah, a nail bat is, that's going to be 8 damage to you. Alright, so mark off 8 from your might pool. You get slammed while you're on the ground with a bat.
Does he have armor?
Okay.
No.
Well, I'm probably hurting because I'm down to 2.
Yeah, and you can't take an immediate recovery roll in one action either. You have to spend 10 minutes. But remember though, like if your might pool is not reduced, you're still not even impaired. It's more like you took a hit to the gut, but you're still kicking. Like you just got the wind knocked out of you, right? When you start getting to your speed pool, that's when you actually have an injury. Like you hear something maybe break or something. All right. So now you get to respond.
I just went and guarded you.
Yeah,
though,
he just used a guard action against you. That's gonna apply next time, so you might be safe from here on out. But there's still an enemy in front of you. What do you do for your action?
Fuck. Okay, so let me ask you the quick question. I've got 2 might left. That doesn't mean I'm like almost dead, right?
No. You're alive until all 3 of your pools are at 0.
Damage track. Okay.
Yes.
Until
that, you're still alive. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stab that guy. Nobody hits me with a bat and gets away with it.
That's right. Stab that mofo. If you don't
that's
understand about the damage track, you can look up page. See, it's effects of taking damage. Check pages 141 in the PDF. That can help explain a lot of things.
Okay, I'll take a look at that. Okay, so here I'll probably roll another 1. 17.
All right. So you get back up to your feet and attack the guy. You hit. So you're gonna do +1 damage to this guy because you've hit him before, and actually someone hit him. I don't remember if it was you, but someone hit him. Oh, it was Jeff. No, it was
me.
Oh yeah, that's right. The cane. That's right. Okay, so you're gonna bring this guy down. Sweet, good job. Bring this guy down. He's out of the fight. Describe that to us with your shiv, your knife, or you got a shiv. Yeah, you got a knife. Describe that.
Okay, so like I'm on the ground and he like hits me with the bat, and I guess just as a reaction, I kind of like sit up partway and just like stab him in the neck.
Throw it out like that. Oh, in the neck. Nice. Sweet. See, you throw it into his neck, and then his just body goes limp, and you take him and you roll his body off of you. All right.
Yeah.
Now, it's gonna be their turn. Okay. So this is gonna how this play out. These 2 last guys are gonna try to run. They were on Jeff, who's now guarding him. But I'm going to give you guys each 1 shot at these 2 guys as they're running away. Each 1 shot. If you want to take it, that is, as your actions. So what do you guys do?
The guy who, the leader, right?
Oh, he's already, he got smashed in the face with a guitar. He's unconscious.
I will grab, if they're running, I'm going to do the police dog thing where I just grab one and just try to grab him by the leg and take him down.
Bring him to the ground. Nice.
Yeah, and he's not going to try to kill him. He's just going to try to.
Oh, yeah, you're going to like bite the legs and stuff. And Yeah. Very cool. Well, Jeff, I think it would be a speed. I'm sorry, a might, because you're trying to drag him to the ground. So that'd be a might roll, I would say.
What kind
difficulty
of
still 2. You're probably going to easily do this. So
let's see. So it would be untrained, right?
Yeah,
I'm
it's roll
assuming.
untrained. Yeah. Unless you're
All
pulling F.
right.
Oh, wait, you still got bonuses to that because of the last thing.
Oh.
I'll fix it, though. Okay, so
All
you still got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you rolled a 7. Difficulty was only 2. So, sweet. Okay, so you drag one of them to the ground, and he's fighting you a little bit, but you get on top of him, right? And you've got him wrestled down. What about you guys? Do y'all do anything else? The other one escaping? I'm assuming Jeff has a plan here. Yeah. So what do you guys do to the other one?
Do I see? If I see the gun,
the gun's on the ground. It got thrown from Red Roy's hand.
That was my plan.
Got hit by the guitar. Well, you guys can both die for it. I don't care.
I'm gonna let Jeremy. Like when I see that he's going for it too, I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I'm sitting there just trying to catch my breath. Like I got hit with a bat.
Nice. Okay. So Jeremy dives to the gun. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Okay. So guns are rare in this game, and bullets are rare. So this gun has 1d6 bullets in it. Okay, 1d6, and that's it. 5 bullets. Yeah. So add a light. Well, no, I'll look it up later. It'll be the light or medium. Can't decide. I'll decide later. But it's gonna have 5 bullets. It's right pistol. All right. Now, Weaver, Hack, what do y'all do? You said you're catching your breath, Hack. Like you just got beat and you're just kind of catching your breath. What about Weaver?
Yeah, well, dude, I got hit for.
It makes sense. You got pretty hurt.
So there's a second guy running away, right?
Yeah, he's just running away. He's trying to, get out of here.
Yeah, I think I'll just let him go and scream out, "Pure is poor."
Nice. Pure is poor. Nice callback to the books. I hear you, buddy.
Yeah.
And when you say that, the crowd of people that are still there, because remember the attack came through the front door, right? So people are trying to find ways out of here. And when you say pure is poor, and everybody looks at the scene de-escalated, you actually hear people in the crowd go, "Yeah, woo!" And they're hollering at that. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's interesting because Even was just pure until recently, Yeah. It's just pure dog, yeah. So that's kind of like a thing in Vurt, right? Pure is poor, kind of thing.
Being pure and being modest are two different things.
Yes, very much. Very much. Okay.
No offense.
So yeah, the scene is de-escalated. You guys can look around. This is actually a good time to.
What are you guys doing with the guy I have apprehended? Because I'm just a dog.
Because the dog can only do so much.
Letting you gnaw his leg off. That's my plan.
Yeah. In all seriousness, what's going to happen? Because if nothing else happens, he's going to try to keep getting free from Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Are we going to keep rolling this or what?
How about we let him go so he can go tell his friends not to mess with us?
Well, you could use this opportunity to maybe try to intimidate
y'all would have to call me off. Because he's a trained police. Like if the guy starts running, so he's chase the guy down and take it down.
Yeah, normally at this point a cop steps in and
he's
puts
waiting
cuffs
on the cop
him.
to put the handcuffs on.
Nice.
As far as I'm concerned, you're with Hack, so this is Hack's issue.
I'm gonna actually start rifling through the pockets of the guys that are on the ground.
Just mostly put the dog to his thing.
Keep gnawing on his leg.
It's like, oh god, please stop, please
what
stop.
What are the bouncers doing?
Oh god.
I just spent
the bouncers, they just jumped into the fight to help y'all right before you guys took them all down. Well, I wouldn't say just before, but.
What are they doing though right now?
I'm thinking that one of them eventually will try to pull the dog off. Because
I'm
sure the harness has a girl grab handle, right?
Yeah.
And so he pulls you by the harness, Jeff. Do you give and and heal? Okay.
Yeah.
He even says heal.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so you get pulled off, and then he just puts the guy in a hold and keeps him down there on the ground for a few
Gotcha.
seconds. Okay, so you guys are checking out the bodies. Okay, y'all find some really cool stuff on these the bodies. Time to hand out some ciphers. Yeah.
And I'm gonna sniff them for anything out of the ordinary.
Did any of them buy our drugs?
They're gonna get sniffed for contraband.
They don't buy the drugs. No, they showed up afterwards, unfortunately. Okay, so this is a good time to teach y'all a little bit about Fantasy Grounds. So there's a button at the top that's got 2 people on it, top right. It's called the party sheet. I'm about to put some items in there, so you guys can see some ciphers and stuff that you get from these bad guys. And Weaver, I'll tell you, of course, these because you're getting left out. And the leader has, so one of the guys has what's called Mad Dog 4040, which is this small miniature bottle of yellow liquid. And you can pull up that link actually in party sheet, and essentially it's good for Mike characters. So Jeff, that'd be good for you. And the leader, Red Roy, has a Kirby grip. It's a slender electronic pick that resembles a body pan. It'll disable any lock, electronic or mechanical, equal to or lower than the cipher's level, which is 7. So it can get through a lot of freaking locks. But it's a one-use item, so like it nano forms to the hole, and then it just fades away, used up, energy spent, and then and then you've got and even you find on one of the if you're looking, are you looking? Are you helping, or is it just Max? Okay. You find this is the one of the guys that had the explosives. He has what's called one more of those day crackers, and something else he hadn't released yet. Oh wait, yeah. Which it looks like a doll wearing a creepy dress. And when
all
yeah, of course. But you've seen these before. When you activate it, it has glowing eyes and a wisp of smoke constantly from the nose and mouth. It's a shadow object. It's a shadow explosive. It's called the Girl of Eternal Flame. It's a bomb, basically. It's a shadow bomb. And it's level 6. It does 6 damage in a radius, basically.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
And
Wow.
actually, you guys probably
They had some big
want to have a
explosives.
look at the ciphers I have, because one of them would be especially useful, and actually the other one might be useful for Sean right now. It increases might pool.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jeff too, but you can. I will say that like your police harness has like injectors and stuff in it, maybe for like using some of these things. You know what I mean? So you can actually use some drug ciphers and things. That makes sense because they would make it that way for a pure dog.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
policeman.
one of them I have is something for intellect stuff.
Mhm. Right. But anyways, okay, so that's the aftermath of the scene. The show went well. You got 750 quid. You almost got enough to pay off the greenhouse. If you guys could maybe convince someone, you might could get the part delivered and pay them later. You know, if you're smart and really smooth talking, you might pull off something like that. But right now you're well on your way towards getting. You know what? At the end of the scene, when all the cleanup and everything is happening, and Winston comes to you, Weaver. He says, "You guys saved us today. Not only did you put on a hell of a show, man, but you saved us." And he holds his hand out to shake yours. All right. And when you shake his hand, you feel there's a wad of quid in his hand. All right. He says, "That's just some of tonight's take. please don't make this your last show. All right?
Will do.
There is
Thanks much.
350 quid in there in your hand. All right.
Alrighty, I put that in my pocket.
Very cool.
Shake his hand again just to keep it friendly, you know.
Right. And then he does a shake, and then he does like a fist bump type thing, and then yeah. Okay. All right. So that's kind of it on the on that scene, right? And the show went amazingly well. You got enough quid to fix the greenhouse, and now you need to get the part, which we'll skim over that. That's like you just go buy a part, right? And then you have to install it. But Sean, you'll have to be the one to install it, or at least it was an electronic part that needed to be replaced, so it'll be you. I'm assuming you guys are going to take the night off, correct?
Oh yeah, we need to relax and eat some good grub.
Okay. All right. So you guys can use your recovery rolls. If you've got like several left, you just roll them in a row, right? Until you get down to 10 hours. Just roll them in a row. So like Stray, for example, he took some hits. Just roll your recovery dice. And I'll do DJ Weaver.
Right there. I
What's
just
the
got that back
plus?
on my mic.
Oh yeah, you should all get a +1 from Weaver and his.
From my levity.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. At least when you're around him, right?
So I would gain 4 back.
Yes. And that's just for your first one. So, Jeff, you did one, then you check mark that box underneath your recovery. You see on your sheet? I just did that for you. Roll it again, check mark it, roll it again. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because it is very possible if you've got 3 pools depleted, you're not going to go back up full in one night.
Okay, why am I getting a +2?
Well, you probably got a +1 from. I don't know why you.
Is it from Edge?
Yeah, I got a +2 also.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your tier, your character tier
your
automatically
tier
applies.
adds.
So as your tier 6, you get a +6.
Okay, cool.
So
when does your recovery reset?
it'll reset like the last one you roll. Okay, check all the check boxes. You'll see. Check them all. And the last one is 10 hours. That's your rest. So it goes 10 minutes, 1 hour, and then 10 hours.
Oh,
Essentially, that's
I
like you
see.
sleeping all night.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then that's when it resets, basically.
Yes. There you go. All right.
Cool.
And Weaver, you were going to rest up, I'm sure.
Yes, please.
You only got 2. First one. Wow, 2 on the second one. And you can roll shit sometimes too.
Yeah.
And 2 on the second one. Jeez, 3 ones in a row. Okay, so you gain 6 total points back. You're at 9. You're down a total of, good God, 6, 4, 10. You're down 13 points. You'll have to decide how you want to spread it out.
I'm guessing you choose where you want to spend them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my lowest is speed right now, right?
Your lowest is speed. It's at 4. Yeah, you could spend all your 6 and get speed up to 10 if you wanted to. And in the story, that would be like, the guitar session and a live show stressed you out. Your intellect's still a little hurt. You're just not at full game, afterwards.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
Yeah, I'm glad I survived because fighting is not my strong suit.
That's right.
But I was in the zone and I was
Okay.
feeling
So,
it.
yeah, that can happen if you don't roll well. You roll terribly,
Cool.
3 ones in a row.
Let me put 3 in speed.
Okay. 3 in speed?
2,
Okay.
2 in intellect and 1 in might.
Okay. Cool. That's not bad. 10, 7, and 12. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Cool. Okay, so you're rested up. Anybody else do their recovery rolls? Even? You want to do yours? You hadn't?
I didn't
Oh,
roll.
you're still at full.
Minimum I would have gotten would have filled me up. But
Yeah, so you can just uncheck those boxes then. Full night of rest.
Cool.
There you go. Okay. So Sean, need to install this. It's a difficulty. We'll say it's a difficulty 4 to install it.
Mm-hmm.
You want to spend effort?
Yeah. So just do one and
Yeah, you're gonna use your electronics and then put 1 in the asset. Yep. And roll that electronics roll.
So just to clarify,
Ooh,
if we
just
rest
barely
the
made it.
nights, it resets, right? The recovery?
Yeah, your recovery. Once you use 10 hours, it automatically resets to 1 action.
Gotcha.
All right, so Sean, that means your intellect is going to lose 3 from it. So you're at 11. We may come back at a whole new day for the story, so it may not matter. If we have multiple days though pass between stories, we'll just reset everybody's pools to full. We'll see how that goes out. All right. Okay, so you get the part installed, and the next day, after you've gone to say a electronics repair store and gotten the part, and you, Weaver, do you have a PDF? I'm assuming you do, surely. Oh, you don't have it on your sheet though.
No, I don't.
Well, you had some money left over. Did you spend it all? Like from character creation? You should have like 100 quid left over. Anyway.
I think so. If I can buy it, because I think in my character sheet I have the, oh my god, the account that lets me take out money.
drip feed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. We'll add a PDF to your sheet, and we'll just won't give you any drip feed bonus. We'll say that you spent your drip feed money on the PDF for the last few days. All right. So you got a personal data feather, and someone contacts you that day, only an hour. Probably while Hack is actually working on the greenhouse carbon filtering system, and someone contacts you on your PDF. You see your PDF because you probably keep it in your pocket or something when you're not using it to communicate, and you can feel it getting warm and glowing.
I can keep it as an earring.
Okay, so it just kind of hangs from your ear, and then when you need to use it, you just unclip it and put it in your throat?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, it starts to glow on your neck, on your ear, and so you kind of, and slip it in, and you're getting contacted by one of, there's another person like you that kind of grew up with Parker. His name is Reese. Well, you don't keep up with him too much anymore, but he's in the feather business. Like, he deals feathers. Like, he's gone off and moved to places like Rush Home, like things like that. And I haven't actually determined where he lives, but he lives outside of Parker's, right, on his own. And he's contacting you, and you get a message that says, "I know Parker's in a hard time. I've got a feather for you. Free." In big letters, he says free. It's black. Don't pass it up. Don't be stupid.
I'll reply and say that sounds fantastic, and maybe set up a meeting point for that Saturday. Also.
Okay. All right.
Since it's like in the underground, and the where the boats are and whatnot. There's a lot of people walking around, a lot of businesses and stuff.
He says, "My place is secure. Just meet me in my place." And you know where he lives. He says, "Don't worry. We're safe."
Alrighty.
All right.
That sounds good.
Okay.
I'll agree to that.
All right. So do you tell anybody else? Or are you just gonna go get feather on your own, or what?
Yeah, I think I can tell everybody.
They're probably, when they contact you, Hack is upstairs uh, upstairs checking out getting the carbon filtration system set up. Jeff, we didn't explain this to you. So Parker's is like this rundown tenement that's been kind of turned into like this youth home for like probably 12, 13 kids right now. There are some families that live here under his protection, but the lower levels of Parker's tenement have been turned into like a giant living quarters, right? So there's like probably 10 to 15 people in here at any given time, you know, especially when school is out. So Jeff, while Hack is working on it, like, what's your character doing at Parker's? You know Parker, Jeff, because you know Hack and Hack knows him, and they've spent some time together, and you probably tend to like the place, right? It's kind of homey, you know, feel safe, that kind of thing. But what's your character doing with all these youth around, just kind of hanging out, bullshitting? A lot of them are just sitting on the steps of the Parker's tenement. You know, what is your character doing while Hack is working on the greenhouse above?
He's probably playing with the kids, like keeping an eye on them, that sort of thing.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so they're maybe like tossing a ball around. Yeah, tossing a ball around on the street right outside the tenement. Sweet, and you're playing with them. All right, cool. And so even maybe you're getting checked out by Galani, and she goes on to tell you. She says it's getting worse, and I believe you're gonna have flare-ups. I believe there's gonna be moments where it's gonna mutate rapidly. Just be cautious of these, because if it happens in public, it could bring attention on you.
Check.
Yeah.
One more thing. Wonderful.
Yeah. So out of character, I might use that as a way to use GM intrusions on you. So yeah. Okay, so DJ, everybody's there pretty much. So you tell them about the black feather that Reese has.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll mention. I got in touch with Reese by PDF. He says he has a free black feather for me. Should I go get it? He says his place is safe. So.
Yeah, he grew up with Parker, so he said he knows Parker's in a bind, and the thought is that he's thinking is that he's going to let you sell it. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Sure.
But of course you could partake in it if you want to. It's up to you when you get it. But
Black though. It's Danger Town.
Do you have any reason to not trust him?
Well, I mean, we kind of grew up together, but we haven't been in contact in a while. I'm actually a bit surprised he's calling right at this time, but I don't have any reason not to trust him.
Cool.
I think we could drop by. I didn't ask him if I should go alone, but he said his place is safe, so I'm guessing we could all go, or me and someone else.
well, you know the streets of Manchester in general are not very safe. But I mean, well, let me rephrase that. The streets in Trafford are not that safe. But where he lives, it's not a great neighborhood. No, if he feels safe about it, it's safe for other reasons. If that makes any sense. What do you do?
Yeah.
We'll say that Hack is actually finishing up his repair work and coming downstairs, so everyone is down there at this point. So Weaver, what are you thinking?
I think I'll ask for volunteers who wants to come with.
Wake. I went to Wake downstairs. Sorry. Sorry, Weaver. I'm sorry, man. My kid was waking up downstairs, and he tends to get scared. Oh shit! My wife fell down the stairs. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh fuck, that's not good.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
But yeah, who wants to come with?
I think you should make friends with our dog friend downstairs. He seems pretty capable in a self-defense
Oh,
situation.
sure thing. Should I have a name for Stray? I've been thinking, but not. Let me see. After the events of tonight, I think a name has been earned.
Well, they called the dog Indiana in that one movie, but
How about like a generic dog named Max or something like that?
we already have one. Oh wait, no. Sorry.
Okay. I hate to jump in like this and just call it quits, but my wife fell down the stairs. So yeah. So we'll leave it.
She all right?
Don't know yet, so that's why I'm canceling. We'll say that we'll leave it as a good cliffhanger. You guys are deciding what to do with the black feather. All right. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate it. We're gonna go offline. It's gonna be a few weeks till we play again. I will tweet out some